And with that, we should be live once more. Great. Okay. As we've got two games here on the lineup for you of the LHL tonight, as Seattle is playing in two games, including a game against first place New Jersey. So, chance to gain some ground in the season, which is in its fourth week. And we are bringing it to you live as it happens, with a small degree of variance, only a few milliseconds, but almost instantaneously on the other side of the earth. These guys are getting ready to do battle, or one would think they may just be playing out this pickup game here, although I'm not sure why. The red team fairly in command with the spinoramas there. So probably waiting on people to show up. It did look like we have a pretty full house. At the very least, 5 on each team, so that we can get underway. Okay, and Sully reports from Boston that all the way on the other side of the world in Boston, that they have 4 rather than the 5 necessary to get this thing started. So ordinarily it's wait till the time is up, which the time is kind of the time here. It's not a warm-up time, but it functions just the same in this last minute or so, as try to get it together and get everybody joined. That's one of the tough things about the internet and well, indeed, with esports, that so much can go wrong, and it's hard to pinpoint where and what those things might be. But it looks like we're pinpointed enough that the teams are starting to file in on the reset. It's league time. It's league game time. And yeah, they're kicking people out ruthlessly. Well, they've been having to do it for like actual teams that played in the game. After the second game's going, they're like, "Hey, man, you guys need to clear the server." But Boston says they have a whole team, or are they going to do 4v4? Which, according to the rules, as much as there are rules, I believe that is allowed and allowable. And we certainly allow it here because the game's about to start. For Boston, it is Carl Jr., Sully, Fizz, and Nina. And for Seattle, it's going to be Kiwi, Crab in a Tree, Otto, and Goose. And it's the old-fashioned style. Sometimes they go to 5 players. Originally, it started as a 4v4 kind of thing in North America, at the least. And so now across, they're going to try to move this in. Crab in a Tree will start the play from his own zone, gets it to Otto, always a good idea. He gets past the opposition, wings it through, and gets separated from the puck there on his way in. But don't worry, he'll be back in greater numbers. So now across to Kiwi, and they He'll be forced to retreat with this. Otto is going to go ahead and take it because it will allow him to get up a good head of steam here as he crosses the center ice line. Nice dish across to Crab in a tree, and the offsides is going to bring that back. So nobody scored yet, but they're awfully close. Crab in a tree will now take it at the point, fires it in. It is blocked. Fizz is going to get that one and move it forward. Now at the point and across. He's going to carry it in. He shoots and scores. With Carl Jr. on the assist. That was Fizz doing a very Otto style goal. And now the pass across, the shot, the score as Sully finds Carl Jr. and Carl Jr. finds the back of the net. And Boston finds themselves in a 2-0 lead here. Now, it's not like big alarms are going off for either of these teams, but they are out of first place right now, and so there's a big contention for the middle ground. And drawing it across and in is Otto. As he pulls it across the crease, stuffs it home. Were we just talking about that? Yeah, sure enough. But now a 2-1 lead for Boston with a couple of minutes left in the first, and that could change rapidly as again Otto. Second verse, same as the first. Grabbing a tree will get credit for the assist, but that was a very much solo effort. Just kind of walks it in, just like Arsenal. They kind of walk it in. And he'll take this one and just fire it top shelf, where Mama keeps the cookies. From a tough corner, he gets the hat trick already. And 3-2 is the score. So for a while there were no goals, and now there's a bunch. And what a save by Nina, slapping that one out of the air. And so now Seattle coming back with it with a minute and a half left. Otto will get to this first. Sets up the pass in the middle. That's broken up. I believe that was Fizz there. He and Sully are rotating around in defense. Carl Jr. in on it too. And he will get it across on the break to Sully. Now at the blue line he shoots. And shot blocked. And Goose will let this one go around to Otto in the corner. And he'll take his time with it before the long pass right on to Kiwi. And he gets a step on the D, but they do manage to poke check it away. Now back to Crab. He shoots over the crossbar. 30 seconds left in the first period. And a much more spirited first period than it began. And it's just one after the other. And still time enough for Otto to make one more effort at it. Fizz will steal it and just dump it back in. They'll turn away because of the offsides, and that'll take us to the second period. But yeah, pretty good game so far. But yeah, what we were talking about, it's a 5-team league, and 4 of those teams will make the playoffs. So the real trick in the whole thing is to try not to be that 5th team. And so right now, New Jersey looking pretty firmly in control, but these guys are right there with them. Philadelphia's right there with them. I mean, it's a battle to be who's going to be that 5th team. Boston certainly wants to avoid it. They'll try to get out of their zone here. Sully to take the puck. As across the ice, tries to make the first pass, picks it up and dips it into the zone, very least. And now Fizz will receive it at the point. Carl Jr. going back for it. And Otto's marking him pretty closely there. So able to get the puck off, however, and Goose will be very deliberate about playing this out of his zone. In fact, that's a fun tactic. Make them chase you down for it. Seen some NBA guys doing that. Hilarious. But now Otto with the puck leaves it at the face-off circle. A long shot, grabbing a tree. Does not make it. Now Fizz to Sully. Trying to get it out of there, but Otto, Kiwi finds him. His 4th goal of the game. That's 2 assists for Kiwi. And 4-2. Seattle over Boston in the second period. There will be games on Monday night as well. We do this every Sunday and Monday through this season, which should be wrapping up here in a week or two, at least the regular season, and then there will be the playoffs and then the finals. We'll cover it all here and on Deloriax's channel. Shout out to Dial. And between those two, and Lewis Friend is streaming some too, I think. So that should pretty much cover all the games on the LHL. Even in this abbreviated season, it's a pretty substantial thing. Now moving through past the goalie, Otto gets his 5th of the game. As they all just kind of made a conscious effort to go out and play him hard. And as a goalie, that's always a interesting choice. Do you go out and force them wide, or do you try to hang back and cover as much ground as possible? See, in soccer, it's completely opposite of that. You are duty bound to force somebody to go wide or whatever, because if you sit back, they'll just chip you, and there's no good solution. It's more about psychic ability than reactive ability. That's what felt so weird about it for me. Playing soccer versus hockey. It was a great hockey goalie, terrible soccer goalie. And Kiwi roofs this one. He gets in on it too. And Otto getting his first assist to go with his 5 goals. 6-2. And Seattle continues to pour it on. But yeah, soccer goaltending made no sense to me at all. when I was on a beer league team trying to do it, one of the guys that was playing forward, he was just playing for fun. He was like all state Texas high school goalie. And so there was a penalty. And so I was called upon to, stop a penalty kick. And so I went over there to ask him some advice. I'd never been in a PK situation before. And said, well, how should I play this? What should he says, just pick a side, man. Yeah, just pick a side, man. It really, uh, and if you pick the right side, it's like a rock paper scissors thing. Because if you wait and see where it's being kicked, that's too late. That is absolutely too late. So, yeah, pretty wild the differences. And a long shot. Did you get a piece of that? It looked like it hit the woodwork. And now this one will miss the woodwork entirely as it travels over the crossbar. Well, they're not made out of wood anymore. But, colorful wordplay. As Kiwi playing it in the corner here. We usually say the third period is the most important period of the hockey game. In this case, it may not be as true as it has been in many times when I've said that, but it is certainly the most important period of the hockey game for Boston as they find themselves down 4 goals here. How did that happen? And how did that happen so quickly? So they're trying to make something happen there. Sully with a nice spinorama attempt. We can award style points. That's certainly worthy. And now he is waiting for it again. He'll have to chase it down from Kiwi. Follows him through the back. Leaves it for Goose, now to Crab. Successful pass downward. Got past the defense. Well, actually, just resetting it here. It's Carl Jr. now with the puck. Trying to find a good set of positions where they can be and they can find each other in space. And there's one. Sully with a hammer from close downtown. It's not way downtown. It's somewhere in the midtown area. But a much needed goal for Boston. And he says there was a stick in the face, so that may be another one that they have to look at. As last week, I know there was one that we were covering where PK felt like there was goalie interference on him, and he said something about it. And sure enough, that was overturned. And this one chopped through by Kiwi, no doubt about it. Thingy Bo was interfering there. His second goal, Otto's second assist, and 7-3 is the score. Boston able to narrow the lead, but then they just re-widen it again. As this one flipped through, Nina will play it quickly to Sully. And they're going to dump and chase here. Fizz and Sully. Moving into the zone. Carl Jr. to pick it up. He has to circle around with it, and moving through a bunch of real estate is going to take up even more time, as we're down to a minute left, and they're just scrambling to find a place here. Get something going. It's Sully to Fizz, and they've got it there. Nobody's even playing in the net, it looks like. As Kiwi's going to get it on the counter. And he shovels it through for the hat trick at the last minute. Literally the last minute, like 32 seconds remaining. And again, the assist by Otto. And pretty definitive score line we're looking at here. It's been a long and storied history of this game, and never have I seen anybody coming back from 5 goals in 10 seconds. Yeah, tough outing for Boston. And it may not be. Yeah, now we can put it in stone. 8-3 is your final. And Seattle takes the win over Boston. Be interesting to see after today and tomorrow what the standings look like and where these guys are at. Teams like Boston and Albany are fighting hard for those spots. For the millions watching around the world, don't go away. Well, you can, but I mean, my suggestion would be not to, because there's another game scheduled after this in 4 minutes. And so coming up is our second game of the night and final game of the night. It's New Jersey the top team in the league, first place, they are coming in to take on Seattle. And you already know about Seattle. You just saw them. And some of the players were complaining about sticks to the face. That may be looked at. Well, I'm sure it will be looked at. Will be brought to someone's attention. That's the nature of hockey ? But yeah, it's part of the fun, right? I mean, it's not, life destroying drama or anything. We've done that and it sucks. Now let's look at your lineups because this thing is about to happen. Yeah, damn sure is. Okay, for Seattle, it is Goose, Kiwi, Otto, and Crab in a Tree. And yeah, they're playing 4v4 again. And for New Jersey, they are amenable to it. It is Haybert, Kong 81, Kill Pestle, and Tony Flo. Those are big lineups. And we expect a pretty incredible game. As now just a loose puck going to and fro. Kill Pestle looking to control it. Over to Tony Flo as the chip shot that looked like it could have gotten diverted towards the net, but alas. Now trying to punch it over the net is what it looked like he was doing there. But it will be Haybert left to field this one from the back. Grabbing a tree. Depositing that outside the zone. And New Jersey and Tony Flo just firing it right back in. But here is Otto. He tried to get underneath him there. But they're able to break up the play. And so now Tony Flo just launches one. And sent back to the middle. Not able to pull the trigger on it. And so Otto working his way past Kill Pestle. And will he have room there? The nice pass across, and Kiwi draws it from the forehand to the backhand and lays it in. 1-0. Otto on the assist. And Seattle would like to take this win over New Jersey tonight. Definitely would help them in the standings. But there's a long way to go. And as Otto, he was sending it back up top, but nobody was there to play it. And a long shot. Haybert will take care of this. And now get pass to Kill Pestle, who's got time and room. Gathers it up. Lays one in. And tumbled and rolled outside of the crease. So nothing doing. Now Otto trying to get back in the saddle. Crab with it as he passes it to him, and he got it. But it is just back and forth in the neutral zone. As both teams just really trying to control the offense of the other. But there's only so much you can do, as now Kiwi had to carry this into the corner. Haybert digs it out. Kilpessel trying to sneak this puck away. But now rotating and firing is Tony Flo. Goose with the save. Crab to Kiwi to Otto. Back to Crab. The 1-2-3. And hey, Bert with a nice save. Rebound, Crab. Puck could not settle down. Shot over the net. Kilpessel now across Tony Flo. With a chance. He tries to leave one over for Kilpessel. But it is cleared. And so, hey, Bert, he's got Otto. He kind of picked his pocket there, and he will spin and fire and score. Oh, snap. And Kilpessel bangs one off the roof. Kong 81 on the assist. And New Jersey with the response. 2-1. And a little bit of back and forth about the goalies. I don't think those were the goalies' fault. There was just some pretty good shots. Especially that last one. That's the kind of stuff that you can expect from teams that are competing for the top of the league. I mean, got pretty much any number of these guys. I don't know. I'm not involved in the day-to-day stuff, so I don't see a lot of the drama things. And plus, there's some of it that, oh, Tony Flo with the backhand just pings one off of the post and in. Like a pool shot. 2-2. But you know, they have these like power rankings and shit. Like what's everybody's power level? Like, you know, like Goku, like are you the Super Saiyan? Or are you the gold Super Saiyan, Instinct Ultra, whatever? You know, they keep up. Oh, well, he's not as good as him, you know, and by this many points or whatever. And anybody that's ever really worked in a real job with metrics and numbers, and they don't tell you flat out that it's bullshit, they're bullshit. Because it's bullshit. You can't distill people's performance down to numbers, I don't think. You know, who's going to get it done for you in the third period, you know, on like a weird Monday night when nobody's fucking around, you know, and you can't find enough people to field a team, but you know, this guy comes through and makes some crazy goal in overtime. You know, your third or fourth line guys in the NHL. You know, your character guys. You can't really put numbers on that. Or at least I don't think so. But speaking on the other hand, too, I guarantee you a lot of these guys, they could put together a team with guys that aren't the top guys, but have pretty good numbers that they know well enough to play well enough with and win. You know, actually, we've seen that happen before in the LHL. We see it in the HQML for sure. That's why they play the games, like Chris Berman used to say. Like, what a save right there by Goose. See, that was a sure goal. You know, and all this talk about goalies, but then, there's Goose making a save, making a save again. I don't know where he is in your rankings of who's the top ever or anything, but do you want him there and defending your lead in the third period? Yeah, but Kilpessel says no. His second of the game, Kong 81, his second assist. And that's why New Jersey's at the top of the league. They find ways to get past these goalies. So now that takes it down to about a minute in the second period. New Jersey once again with the lead. But it's a tenuous one. As this is a pretty hot esports contest we've got here for you. We always promise you good esports. If nothing else, casting, production value, anything like that, forget it. But esports, yeah. So across the blue line, huge save by Goose. As he had time to place that where he wanted. So a big save on top of it. Now Crab. They'll get it across here. Because the chip it is blocked, and that will do it for the second period. We'll go to the third. Fascinating game. Get your bets in. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just here to bear witness to history, same as usual. That's kind of my whole thing, I guess. So now Kong, he tries to move that forward to Tony Flo. And he will have to rotate around to get this back. And there's Otto again, as he just flips this back the other way. Out of danger, at least momentarily. Tony Flo now again on the attack. The shot, the save again by Goose. Now Kilpessel. Over to Tony Flo, Kilpessel, and he meets him and blocks the shot. That's grabbing a tree. So yeah, it's not only good offense, it's good defense. I think that's been one of the things that has really evolved over the years with this game. And I mean years. I don't just mean seasons. Like, there are what, like 8 video game seasons a year now. It's like, I'm getting the season 7 pass, bro. Battle pass, dog. I don't know what it's doing to our sense of diurnal progression or anything like that. Here is Otto with the puck. As we're under 3 minutes left in the third period, and he is going to try to get past a couple of guys there as they're employing a little stick in the face maneuverish things too. I don't know if those will count as a but Kiwi. What a shot! They don't have to be full force, and this one was 19 kilometers an hour across the line. But it's enough to even things up at 3 with 2:23 left in the third. Like that. Okay, off the post. It's a near miss. And so now Otto will carry it deep, leaves it for Crab. Kiwi's down low there, and Kong will vacate this one as the offside is called. And that will stop play for this dramatic 1:53 left in regulation, as this game is tied. Will it stay that way? Who the fuck knows? Let's find out. Crab in a tree now, taking it in the corner. Over to Otto. And Otto may just start from the beginning and get up some speed and pick his way through these guys. You see, Tony Flo is using unorthodox tactics to try to slow him up a little bit. And they do, as Goose will be forced to play this with under a minute left to play. Time for some thrilling heroics. Otto trying to take it away from Kong, as New Jersey spins around, sets up. Kilpessel receives it. No room to shoot. Tries to send a pass across. And now between the blue lines, they battle for it. Not able to get possession yet. Tony Flo. Swing and a miss as the defense gets to him quickly. 15 seconds left. Now here's Otto. He gets the puck immediately stolen. They were not going to let Otto score a game winner in dramatic fashion, at least not here. It's not enough time for that. We've got to go to overtime. And Otto exited? Okay, now he's back. Okay. Yeah, they kind of need him for this this overtime period. Have we had an overtime game? We have. It is the usual rules of overtime. First goal wins, however long that takes. Oh, this Ginge. I guess everybody's just gonna play the same shit forever. It's gonna be these. Yeah, it's Battle Pass. Speaking of, yeah, it'll just be new content for the old stuff. But it's cheaper to make and regular profit. And Tony Flo will shoot and score to finish this off, as he puts the biscuit in the basket. That's 2 for Tony Flo tonight. Kong with 3 assists, and wow. There you have it. And New Jersey stays on top with that victory tonight. Thank you for being here and watching it. I'm Winners with the One. We'll be here tomorrow night with more. Thank you. Good night.